I never thought I'd be asking strangers on the internet this question. But here we are. I'm a 26-year-old guy, and until recently, I was married to the woman I thought I'd grow old with. We were high school sweethearts. Started dating in ninth grade, back in 2015. 10 years together, 3 of them married. And when I say we've been through everything, I mean everything. Long distance. Bigoted parents who didn't approve of us. Periods where we were basically couch surfing and barely scraping by. Whatever stability, money, or success we had later in life, we built it together. Side by side. From nothing. That kind of history does something to you. It creates a loyalty that feels unbreakable. A love that feels earned. So when my wife told me in March that she was pregnant, my first reaction wasn't joy. It was fear. This pregnancy wasn't planned, not even close. I didn't feel ready to be a father. And I knew, without a doubt, that my parents who desperately wanted grandchildren would never accept a child I had with her. I told her all of that. But she convinced me. She told me, word for word. This could be the best thing that ever happens to us. And I believed her. We jumped in head first. Doctor's appointments, planning, talking about names. Then came the ultrasound. And I don't know how to explain this to people who haven't experienced it. But the second I saw my daughter on that screen, something in me changed permanently. It was instant. Like a switch flipped. I loved my wife deeply. But this was different. This was primal, protective, unconditional. My wife was over the moon. Or at least she seemed like she was. Until 2 months later. Late May. Out of nowhere, she sat me down and said she didn't want to raise our daughter. Not that she was scared. Not that she was overwhelmed. Not that she needed help. She didn't want the baby, period. She said we should give her up for adoption as soon as she was born. I was completely blindsided. Her parents and I tried everything to understand what changed. We tried reassurance, support, adjusting plans. Nothing worked. She was firm. Abortion was never an option, not legally, not morally, not emotionally. Even she said she couldn't do that. But adoption, that was non-negotiable. When I told her I couldn't do that I wouldn't do that, she told me I was choosing the unborn baby over her. She said I'd made her insignificant. And here's the part I hate admitting out loud. I loved my wife. But I loved my daughter too. And I was terrified that if I gave in, I'd spend the rest of my life resenting the woman I sacrificed my child for. I begged her to go to therapy. Couples therapy, individual therapy, anything. She refused. She accused me of building a case for a future custody battle. I was just trying to save my marriage. But I was alone. Her parents were her parents first. My parents hated our relationship, but wanted the baby. Our friends didn't know how to handle something this heavy. By December, our daughter was born. And my wife still hadn't changed her mind. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a phase. This wasn't fear. This wasn't something love could fix. So I filed for divorce. And sole custody. I even had to involve my parents, something I swore I'd never do, because the court system does not favor single fathers, especially with newborns. When my wife found out, she exploded. She said I betrayed her. She said I ruined her life. She said I stole her child. Her parents, people I loved like family, took her side. To them, I was the villain. And sometimes, late at night, when it's just me and my daughter, I wonder if they're right. So tell me, AITA for divorcing my wife. Because I refuse to give up my child.